Yo, Marvel, you fucked up. Again! This time, it seems like you did a major dirty and ruined your first baby. Like, what the fuck? First, let's do what I did with the freshman. You'll hear me compare the two a lot. I am gonna take this one part at a time and start with the good.
Now hold on just a minute. There's good in this wretched mess.
Yes, there is. Surprise, surprise, I hate being negative. I am drawn to it, don't get me wrong, and I can be one hell of a negative person at times. But, like the freshman, there are aspects that I like and dislike about the new Warriors. Now, unlike the freshmen, there are way more things I hate about the new Warriors. But let's first dive into the very little that's good. After we go through the good and the bad, I'll list ways to fix each and every one of them, as well talk about how I'll rewrite their entries. Okay, with the most basic good shit, let's take a look at screen time. Aside from his shit-stained origin, I find him the least offensive. Hell, even including that fucked up mess of internet gas, he is still, by his very nature, a decent character. If he was a background character, people would be intrigued by him and not be so pissed off until his origin hits. I am down for having a memer. But only because I know memes can help explore the world. Hell, it's how an isolated nutjob like myself can learn about folks in this world. And even keep up with events in a twistedly fun manner. If they made their own memes, yes, we will be lost. But it can open up doors to make us more curious about the background noise of the Marvelverse. Sad shit is off the bat, I know they wouldn't do this properly, but anyone can hope for more. I know how to fix him. He is the easiest. I think potentially the most fun and lighthearted one to play with. I want to emphasize lighthearted because you might realize there's a bit of a sadistic side of me in my next video on this group as a whole. Now let's go do Dora the Explorer. Wait, I mean Trailblazer. Yes, she's also less offensive to me. Do I get why folks are pissed at her? Yes. But again, I'm covering what's good. I like a person who is willing to jump into action. I like how she is the least fit of the group in spite of that. I like how she's named after her good trait, and that's about it. Now, let's cover being negative. Okay? Stereotypical vamp kid. Vamps are cool. I like how he's hinted to be genetically fucked given how he ages. So, moving on. The last two. Safe space. That fucking hurts to say. I like men who wear pink. Yeah. Shield powers are kinda nice. Snowflake. I like how they are a baby. Ice powers, best powers. Marvel, why did you have to make this so hard? Okay. Time to move on to the bad. I should talk about the obvious, but I'll leave that last. First of all, Marvel, you have done diverse groups before perfectly. Why are you fucking up so badly now? What's worse is that last year they had the freshmen. Yes, the freshmen are clearly forgettable. Yes, it was a bad marketing deal with Axe. But, and here goes a big but, they were a good group. You got 2 blacks, a white, an Asian, and Hispanic. Given how they were in single use, and you asshats hid your shit videos, I can see you guys forgot about them really quickly. Yes, they got a lot of backlash, but nothing to this magnitude. Wanna know why? Because they weren't offensive by their very nature. Yes, there are dumbasses who don't understand that since even before the 1980s that comics have made deals with advertisers and threw a tantrum over it. But again, nothing of this magnitude. Just like the freshmen, you guys had free range. But unlike the freshmen, y'all decided the best way wasn't to take inspiration on something, but instead to take a shit on something. Specifically people. Oh my fucking god. I get you guys do use stereotypes as a base to build off of, but the new Warriors ain't it, Chief. Look at the freshmen. Now look at the Warriors, and back at the freshmen. What the fuck? Do you see the problem? Let's take a look at the freshmen's stereotypes for a bit. Winchell is the cool girl and has ice powers. The hothead burner has fire powers. Yeah, they end up together, but the way they are presented breaks their main stereotypes in a simple, effective way, making them far more pleasant. Winchell is a good-looking girl, but she isn't truly the stereotypical cool girl. She plays the guitar, but she is a big lass. She's even the bookie of the group, though. Burner wears glasses, and even has a set for when he's in costume. I fucking love it. Want to know the best kicker? He's also the leader of the group. Typically the hothead opposes the leader, but here he is. Not even a bad leader at that. Then of course, you have Double Time, who is a black speedster. Honestly, even though black folks are stereotypically fast, they are often not in comics. On top of that, he's a dude known to play by the rules. Then Emily, who is a downright twig of the group and doubles as the techie. Her bio says she is even an art person as well, breaking the stereotype. Oh, and out of the group, she's the one with dyed hair, giving her more of a punkish look by design. Despite her street art and punk look giving her another stereotype, again, other parts of her safely break it. She is no lone wolf. Then you have Kid Vantage, who was originally, for some forsaken reason, not in my script. Who, despite being an attention hog, is a loving prankster who cares for his friends. And his power of invisibility, oh my god. He is the reason there will be another video on the Freshmen versus New Warriors. Trust me. They all have their stereotypes, but by their very nature, break it by design. This was smart and beautiful. This was diversity done in a great manner. Only problem is, their debut sucked like hell. The writing, bland and forgettable. The videos legit had problems. But in the end, they are actually a really good base. They were actual characters. Now look at the New Warriors and tell me the same. Only thing worth noting is how bad they are. Specifically, these infamous two. Y'all know what I mean. These guys are parody levels. Snowflake. You made your first baby. Snowflake! Made them offensive. Made them have ice powers. You made them have crazy dyed hair. Of course! You intend to fight stereotypes by being the ultimate stereotype yourself. I get your intent. Turn these negative words around. Make them positive. But you cannot comprehend how to do that. It is painfully obvious you lack the ability to think shit through. Then there's Safe Space. He's sorta a stereotypical jock. Do you know what that means? Do you have any idea what people actually think when you say stereotypical jock? Do you know what the jock stereotypes are? Tell me, how the fuck is he anything like one? He has muscles? That is a black stereotype in general. What, he's tall? Another plain black stereotype. What's worst of all, if you read the shit they wrote on their website, it makes even less sense. He scoffs at the adults for fighting. Like, what the fuck? Jocks are brutes. They are the bullies. They are one of the main stereotypes for men and come as idiots. I want to tear y'all a new one. It is so easy to. I know others can do it 1,000 times better than me. You guys at Marvel are such idiots. You shot yourselves in the foot over and over. You can barely crawl at this point. You destroyed your legacies, destroyed your characters, and destroyed your future. So, what can you do now? Is there any hope for you guys? There's always hope. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. But that doesn't mean it's a light to outside. It can be the light of hell. Hell is on fire, and so are you guys. So let's see if we can drag your carcasses out of there. Let's fix this shit, starting with the easiest. Screen time. Change his origin. Let him have greater range and power within reason, and boom! Better character. His design is fine. He is a decent background character by default. The end of story. Blaze Runner. I'll come back to you, I swear. Just maybe not in this video. Be negative. You're 3,000% stereotyped. Give this guy something. Let him be the techie or linguist nerd. That last one could open the hella door. Let him be your answer to Vampirina. Yes, I'll cover that in another video. I used to watch a lot of kids shows with the babus. Safe Space. Brother gonna get his own video. In the end, it boils down to 3 things. Change his name, actually make him the stereotype, but give him a spicy-ass origin and a reason to be said stereotype. Why else would a stereotyped jock wear booty shorts and pink? Maybe something like insecurities, a bit gone wrong, or even worse. There's so much potential. I have a specific plan for him, but that is when you'll question how sadistic I can get. Snowflake. Drop that fucking name. Maybe if it was an inside joke between them and their brother, you can technically keep it, but that's how it should be left as. A little family joke. Nothing to be serious. I'm down for the baby. I'm down for an ice-throwing badass. I'm not down for this bullshit. Now, how would I present these characters? Well, here I go.
Today is the day we get to show you all our new set of new warriors. They are a set of kids who will be training under the older new warriors and be fighting alongside many others in the upcoming events. As they are, the kids have a lot to learn, but there is just so much to uncover. Come and join us as they take their places as the next generation of new warriors. We have screen time. A young boy who was experimented on by his grandfather and exposed to his experimental nanites. Due to how these nanites function, he has many different powers, but struggles to use most of them. Because of this, he mostly uses the easier powers he has grown too attached to, like surfing the web at ludicrous speeds. The older warriors know he has much potential, but he doesn't see it himself. He will waste his time on the net catching the latest news and memes to waste his time, and try to get those horrible memories of his grandfather out of his head. Then we have Trailblazer. Despite her physical health, she is the first to jump into action. This is actually how she met and became the first of the kids to actually join the new warriors. Due to her physical limitations, she has grown accustomed to her magical backpack she inherited from her grandfather before his passing. Every time she digs in there, she takes a gamble, and soon comes to realize how bad of a turn things can take when you bet too much on the roll of a die. Luckily, she has the older warriors and her other teammates to help her. Then there is B Negative. Despite being a typical vampire kid, he has so much else going on. Often finding himself on the wrong end of the stick, he tries his best to be better than a bloodthirsty parasite. As he fights his urges and learns the true power of a vampire, he finds himself amongst the new warriors, learning their craft and finding his place in the world. Snowshard and Safeguard are psychic twins. The two are rarely ever separated, and it's usually because of how their powers work off each other. Snowshard is a ranged attacker who specializes in using the ice shurikens that they can form. Safeguard is a defender who uses his shield primarily for others. When the old warriors found them, it didn't take long for them to realize something was off, especially for Safeguard, as they slowly uncover why while teaching these kids to not be so dependent on each other, things that were never meant to be slowly unraveled.